Motherhood, sex, marijuana in the motherfucking building. Yes, indeed. This is the promo video we are using to promote our shit, the shit that we selling in order to keep us going, in order to donate to charity, in order to be bigger than what we are now. So yes, if you haven't gotten your merch, this is the website to get it at. If you see the website address right here. It's shop.spreadshot.com, MSM gear, all. Yes. And you can see we have new items in the building. Yes, we have a whole bunch of new items in the building. And they are very quite affordable. The shipping ain't bad. Matter of fact, half the time you get the shit before the record time that it tell you that it's going to tell you to get here. So why don't you get yourself, get your girl, get all your peoples to get on our website and purchase some items. As you can see, we got face masks, we got bandanas, we got a whole bunch of new shit that y'all need to cop. And speaking of shit that you need to cop, a Valentine to my body. What's good with it? You need to cop this book too. This is a $20 one click, but it is a must read. It's a must have, and you must get it on motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. Indeed, absolutely. Get to our website, motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. Check out all our items, of course. Make sure you visit our websites, be involved in new announcements. And yes, of course, check out our promo video, our videos, our shows right here, as we have our episodes listed right here, as well as YouTube. Indeed. So that is the promo of the day. I am Kai Storm. I'm always in the motherfucking building. Oh, we are in the building. Somebody is in the building. Yes. What up? What up? What up? Ruby Doll is in the building. Oh, is she looking all fucking summery and shit? Oh, what is this? Let me find out. I'm winter, you summer. I'm winter, you summer.
Hey, Queen, what's good?
What's good, honey? How you doing? Beautiful shit.
Yeah, I'm doing great, beautiful, gorgeous.
Shit,
Those
man.
pictures of Africa and the girls.
I know, yo, Africa looks really good. I mean, shit, not like she could look bad. Let me, she comes from
Right.
good stock. She comes from good stock. What I'm saying is that, it was good to see her yesterday. We got to catch up and, what I'm saying, find out everything she doing in New York and, what I'm saying, and exchange all kind of information. They got to hang out with her sisters and whatnot. And we was in a nice little cute Harlem restaurant. And shoot, so with good food, good music, good vibe, and everything. So yeah, we had a good time and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
And we needed it because you know what I mean. It's been a long week, and child, it's been a long week.
Been a long.
It's been a long motherfucking week. I just can't take it. But yes, we are here. It's Sunday and new beginnings. You know what I'm saying? New week, new beginnings and shit. How you been doing?
I feel great. No complaints at all, actually. I'm doing all right. Um, I'm just really excited about this book, this Valentine for my body book.
Oh yes, man.
Uh,
Listen, I mean, just first of all, the project in itself is just a fucking beautiful thing in itself. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's It's a blessing to be involved in such a project. Never mind the fact that we got our names on it, we got our own work in it, and everyone that put work in it is proud of what they did. So it's like it's a beautiful masterpiece. We all should own a physical copy of it, and you know what I mean. And we're us taking the time to give people a preview is a good thing in case, you know what I'm saying, nobody has fully checked it out and absorbed it yet.
No, I agree. Each time I read it, I discover something different.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything is so deep, of course.
Yeah.
Goes, but I am just so impressed by the body of work. The pictures, I mean, Alicia doesn't get enough credit for the pictures that she's done.
Yo.
Just mine, she, like, I think, I don't know if she took Leah's pictures too. We should confirm that, but I know that she has such a great eye, and she's very humble with it, and she doesn't like to, and she was even very shy about taking her own, or us taking her pictures, you know, and so I thought that was,
oh, so it was you that took her pictures. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And those came out awesome too. First of all, and not for nothing. I've seen a lot of the pictures that you take of the kids on Instagram, and real talk, those are beautiful pictures. So you have a good photographic eye, your damn self, not for nothing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I usually just use my phone. Mm-hmm. But has a real legit camera with that big ass lens. You know, you got one of them big things too. Mm-hmm. I don't have my camera anymore. Unfortunately, I got jacked. So I've been using what we can over here. But did she confirm she had the last message? All right. Yeah. So what, when you was writing your poem, like where did you have to dig from to write that poem?
See, that's the thing. I didn't have to dig. It was just like after you told me about it, I went in the shower and just was like thinking about what I want to say. And see, that's it. And honestly, sometimes I hate when that happens to me, because I mean, literally, I'll have a thought and I'll be in the place where I ain't got no way to get a pen, and I ain't getting out my shower to get no goddamn pen, no nothing to type with, nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, can you remember that idea when you get out the shower? And again, you know what I'm saying? Because and it's not just because I smoke weed. It's also because my mind is constantly planning the next move, constantly trying to do something, and constantly being my personal assistant. So as soon as I say to myself, can you remember this when you get out the shower? I might say yes to myself, and then 2 seconds later get pushed aside and I'm doing something. But this was one of the things that as soon as I got out the shower, I was like, okay, I remember what I said. Let me hurry up and write it down before I forget what I said. You know what I mean? And then and it's always, and even with a lot of the stories that I've written, it's like I'll see the beginning first, and then as I'm writing it, I'll see the ending. So it was the same thing too. It was just like I saw the first couple of lines in my head and was just like, okay, now I got to sit and write the rest. And then, you know, once I'm done, I have a signal in my head that just goes, that's it, you're done. You know what I mean? So, but it literally just came. It came in a message in the shower, and it sounds nasty too. It sounds like you was in the shower. What was you doing in the shower? No, nigga, I was that's actually when I'm cleansing myself, crazy as it sounds, when I'm cleansing myself, literally I have ideas that pop up in my head. You know what I'm saying? And some of them are fucking great ideas. But and some of them, I gotta tell you, I forgot as soon as I left out the shower, because the assistant in my head pushed it to the side and said, no, we got some other shit to do. What the fuck? We got other shit to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Word, but how about you? How did you come up with your poem?
Again, I procrastinate a lot, so I was like, I felt like I waited till the 11th hour to like sit myself and be like, okay, what's going on? How are you gonna? And then I just like, once I did, I wrote 3 in a row, but it's all, each of those poems though are not long, very long. It's just a different feeling.
Mm.
But in an essence, it's all the same poem. It's just
Aye.
down. It's just how I felt about myself at different stages of life. So it was like a really, this project was, I think, more than we all bargained for. I didn't expect it to affect me as much as it did. Thank you so much for the ladies, and everybody who had a part in this. There were like quite a bit of writers in there. It was amazing. I can't wait to meet all of them.
It damn was. It damn was. And the thing is that everything meshed together so well. Like the photographs matched the poetry. And it's just like, you know what I mean? And it's like once you see it, once you actually see it, you're looking at it and you're just like, wow. And then so just the awe of being involved in the project in the first place and then seeing the finished product is like 2 levels of euphoria for me, like for real.
Same here. I was quite impressed and just so honored to be a part of it. You feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then the fact is that it's like it's like, you know what I mean? That's why when I saw it, I was just like, no, we gotta have an actual physical copy of this. We're still working on on getting the whole physical copy together, but this is the kind of thing that you know what I mean, that you gotta have as like one of those big table books that people be having when you know, when they fancy and bougie and they have wine parties and shit, and there's a table in the middle with big ass table books. That should be one of them. You feel me? Like for real.
hardcover, glossy finish.
And sitting there right there, like, go ahead, peruse. Go ahead, peruse. Huh?
Right.
You feel the need to read?
And purchase on our website.
Yes. One click that e-copy right now on motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. And you know what? I just realized we chimed in. We just started talking. We didn't even say our usual shit, but the people already know that Motherhood Sex Marijuana is the motherfucking building, bitch. So I was like, what we telling the people, Lord? What we telling the people? Something new? Nah, man, we're not telling people nothing new. We doing what we do all day is what we do. Yes, indeed, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
What's some crazy shit that your kids did this week? One of them.
Child. My child, okay, yes. I had a part of me wanted me to actually put this to make this part of the show, but then a part of me said, nah, because there might be some judgmental motherfuckers, CPS calling motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But then again, in CPS calling motherfuckers shouldn't be watching us. You know what I mean? They should just be watching other motherfuckers. But this story right here, I swear to God, every time I think about it, I giggle because it's like it was so true. It was one of those moments that made me say, you know what, I know that's true, but you ain't really had to say all that. So what happened was, this obviously was after I finished smoking a whole bunch of weed. And Anaya walks up to me and then she's like, "Oh, I love you." So I said, "Oh, I love you too." And then I hug her and kiss her. And as she walking away, she does one of these. So I was like, "Wait a minute." What the fuck is going on here? You waving like there's a problem? Who the hell you doing this to? Watch your hand and your emotions. What is this out. And then she's like, oh, and then she's like, no, because your breath smells like weed. I was like, but hold the fuck on. Girlfriend, first of all, yes, that's true. Yes. Yes. My breath smells like weed. Yes.
But none of your business.
It's always smells like weed.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Same here.
Yes. But what you're not going to do is call mama out. What you're not going to do is point out the fact and then wave your hand like it's a problem. No, my breath needs to be piney, chick. I don't know who you talking to. You better watch yourself before you get beside yourself. Okay, shit, because you playing with the wrong one. The hell you mean? Smells like weed. Again, it's true, but you ain't had to say all that. You ain't had to, you could have kept that to yourself. You know what I mean?
Running.
You hurt my feelings just a tad. You hurt my feelings just a tad but it's true though. My breath always smells like
Shout out to breath smell like weed, but honey, it's all good. That's none of your concern. I miss her. I miss all of them.
Oh man, they miss you too. And then I gotta say, I gotta laugh at your baby because I saw what video. I think it was the video that you posted on Instagram where your baby said she invented peanut butter and chocolate on a sandwich. I was like, what, girl? Who you calling, Nestle? Who you calling about that? Nestle? No, because Hershey or Nestle or one of them will have you with a cease and desist so faggot. Girl,
yes.
Girl, I suggest, don't be saying no, Hershey, Nestle, all them motherfuckers will be in your inbox like, Our lawyers will be sending a cease and desist. I see right now, we're going to send a cease and desist right now because this child said she invented something that we selling. She invented something that we selling. What's going on?
She had me cracked up. But yeah, I'm trying to think of some these motherfuckers did this week. But
I mean, shoot, you got a whole team, so there's somebody on there fucking up and being funny. Somebody, damn it!
I'm just drawing a blank.
Let me find out everybody was good. Oh, shout out for everybody being good.
Shout out to everybody being
good. Shout out to everybody being good. We don't get that. We don't.
Oh, Lord. Motherhood, sex, marijuana in the motherfucking building.
Motherhood, sex, marijuana in the motherfucking building. Indeed. Yes. I just had to get shit off my chest. You know how that shit go.
I know. I hear you.
But yes, Alicia, honestly, this is not only a good thing because, first of all, you was on our show before, so it's like, you get to get the comeback. That's the hot shit. You get to get the comeback. But also, we talking about an actual product that we got to get involved in, and it's so beautiful, and I'm still amazed by it. And I just, you know what I'm saying? I can't understand why the hell motherfuckers ain't beating our doors down to get it. They should be getting it tenfold. But, you know what I'm saying? We doing this in order to, you know what I'm saying, give a preview of the shit. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. Ladies, what do we think?
You know what? It was something that wasn't what I had bargained for. In fact, it exceeded my expectations because it brought me to a feeling of, damn, Ruby, you really should love on yourself more. You really should embrace who you are and how far you've come. And that's a talk that we all have to have with ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that, Alicia, I want to give it up to you because you abridged everything. I know you did. And I know that you took a lot of the pictures, not just of Mia, but of the other ladies. Alicia's really humble with it, so she doesn't talk about all the shit that she does, but I know that she actually put this all together. So Alicia, could you explain to everybody who is responsible for the birth of this project and what was the inspiration behind it?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to. So the inspiration behind the project is me and Leah have a mutual friend. It's actually who we met, and she is a social worker. She works with kids who are experiencing traumas of different sorts, and so she sent us a message a few years ago and said, "Why don't you and Leah do a poetry book and use it to raise money?" And so me and Leah thought this idea was a cool idea, and so we made the first book a few years ago, and it was, just Leah and I doing poems. But we always, even the first book, we envisioned it having more voices and more women included in the book. And so we only did one book of it, one copy of it, and then this past year, especially 2020, we decided we wanted to do it again. And so when the second one, we decided to do it, we were like, we want to make sure it's included. We want to open it up so that anybody who wants to include their work in this can contribute. And I think that that's what exceeded my expectations this year was the amazing, amazing voices who were in the book with us. And I think that was like what we had envisioned from the very first book was having a full a book of more than just me and Leah's ideas, things like that. And so it was really amazing to see it kind of build over a few years just from Lorena's idea, and then to see it kind of come into fruition because of all of the incredible voices who came and lent their words to us. It made me love this project even more.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, Kai, I want to talk about a partnership with Valentine for My Body and Patreon, how we can utilize that platform. And also, because are you aware of Patreon, Alicia?
Yeah, I've actually, I have a few friends who do different Patreons with with education. And it seems like a really amazing way for like a community to kind of come together under one, concept. And I think it's such a good platform for that. I've never used it personally, but I have a few friends who are on Patreon and I really love it. And there's been a few friends that I wanted to follow their work just because the knowledge that people are being able to put on Patreon is incredible and helpful, and people should be paid for that.
It's also exclusive content. And so what I'm thinking is if we're doing something like a reading where the poets are going to be sharing their art and they want to do so, maybe someone would want to do so in lingerie, maybe someone would want to do it in the nude. Patreon would be an amazing way to team up as a team and creating like a page for that where people could enjoy the book even more fully. Because I'm not, as beautiful it is to read my poetry for somebody, it's very intimate. And if you want that shit, then I think that's an exclusive deal. Especially, so guys, think about that, please, and how we can really incorporate that, how it's just logical and how we can all split those proceeds. Because Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana has our own, but we haven't done anything with it quite yet. I think the thought process was to go over more explicit things like fellatio, cunnilingus, kind of giving those tips on there. And that's still what we can do, but what about our own for this particular project? Just something to think about. Maybe Leah will have some thoughts on that as well.
I love that idea. I think originally we kind of included this concept in the, I think we talked about this in the last time I was on the show. We had like events where we were having women come out and then we were having them write on their bodies and things like that. So we
nice.
talked about hosting an event. And so I think like the marriage of those two things, like the poets being in person and being able to talk with the sitter, is something that we really would like to explore in the next year, especially like as we had talked about kind of planning an event that was about celebrating the body and loving yourself. And so those ideas of kind of collaboration, co-creation together with like the poets and the people who are kind of coming to want this experience is something I'm really interested in, because I feel like that's like a perfect way to like amplify these voices.
Yeah, I'm not satisfied with just the book alone. I need us to scream this to the mountaintops, and I need us to find every little niche, because it's so important. Every little way that we can get the word out there and monetize off of this is all, I'm all for it.
Now,
I think that if you're talking about going out there,
sorry, I'm not to cut you off, but I totally agree with you with all of that. We definitely need to promote this book, and it, not only because it's that beautiful, but it's that monumental. But we got to remember the rules of certain things, of certain platforms. Now, from what I told you of Patreon, you know what I'm saying? Patreon is connected to YouTube.
Mm.
In order to post anything on Patreon, it has to go through YouTube first.
Mm.
So, and under YouTube's rules, and remember, and especially nowadays, especially since everybody and their mama is jumping on a YouTube channel, and you know what I'm saying. So they are more critical about what the content is that is posted via their channel. You know what
okay,
I'm saying?
then it's OnlyFans.
And
OnlyFans works the same way, but they get explicit with it.
That's why I was going to suggest that
Same way.
OnlyFans would be the only place that you know, nudity and, like, you know what I'm saying, lingerie wear would be accepted without channel shutdown and shit like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Then the same thing. But
You know
Patreon is also good and could be informational. We don't have to get explicit on there if that's the case. And thank you for that reminder, because we do have to consider all these things. But the way that the world is going, if we don't, it's going to be very subscription based. Obviously, it's going to be very digital based, intellectual
right,
property
and that's exactly how Patreon works. It's all subscription based. You know what I'm saying? They pay us to see the content, but the content that we put on Patreon has to be, like I said, it has to be you have to always consider YouTube's rules.
Right.
OnlyFans obviously don't give two fucks. You can do what you want, because I've heard of people doing exactly what the fuck they want on OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, I subscribe to a couple
Patreon,
of them.
you got to be a little bit more careful, because YouTube be
and then
YouTube be shutting shit down, niggas.
While Kai and I were in New York, we attended this march for sex workers for so if we reach out to some of those ladies, we can, because I think you said you wanted to shoot Kai and Leah in a photo shoot, and I want to be a part of that too. So if we can all meet up and kind of do 3 birds with 1 stone type of thing, where we're meeting up, photo shoot, and we're creating this what am I trying to get at? Oh, and then we're meeting up with these other ladies that we've connected with, and I'm still following them on YouTube, getting them involved. It could be a big ass thing, you know?
Right. It could be just exactly like what Leah was talking about, with we're actually having an actual event where people can see, feel, hear the words, and you know, be part of a whole, you know, event. Therefore, they would pay for something like that. Now, and then, you know, based on, you know, COVID rules, and we already know what summer is like in New York City. Summer is the heat is on. So, you know, that would be perfect. Whether if he was to, you know, plan for something outside like Central Park or something like that, you know what I'm saying? It could be all natural and all free, you know what I'm saying, where people wouldn't feel like we would, because we damn sure ain't giving motherfuckers COVID tests before we get together. It's such the fuck out of here. We not doing that. We just gonna be safe, but we're not gonna run nothing up your nose and things. We're not doing that. So, you know what I mean? So I'm assuming, you know what I mean, and Leah would be in agreement to that. Something outside, something where people would feel safe and shit like that, and at the same time be part of our event.
Well,
hell yeah.
When we did this in Chicago, we partnered with Freehand Hotels. And what I think was really neat about that is that they had like a giant space in their lobby that we could use for like a meetup for like, we had Kiem who did like kind of a guided meditation about like being in your body and things like that. And that was free and open to anybody. But then the people who participated in the like the Valentine to my body content, like that kind of part of the event. It was a cost, and we had the penthouse, and so we could go to the penthouse for that section of it. And a lot of people that year booked a room with freehand anyways, so they kind of like made it into like a staycation for them. They had like the whole day's events, and we had like shock rubs there, and we had a lingerie subscription box called Burgundy Fox. And so like those people were there to kind of talk about the things that they make that aligned with what we were already talking about. And Leah and Carrie were there with each participant, and they would help them. They would guide them through writing a poem, and then they would write a section of their poem on their body, and then the photographs were included. So it was kind of like this whole co-creation of poetry and photography. And then we had women makers who, you know, were either healers or offered lingerie or shock rubs, things like that. And those things were there. So it was like the whole like kind of day was planned around co-creation of like self-love and empowerment for the people who wanted to attend. And you could, you know, get as much or as little of that as you wanted. You could just come to the free guided meditation at the hotel, or you could get, you know, the whole experience and book a whole weekend if you wanted to.
Beautiful. Yeah, and I see something like that sounds great. You know what I'm saying? But again, but with our thing, of course, we try to keep the cost down, you know what I'm saying? So, and again, because shoot, I don't know if hotels is opening back up in New York City, but, and I'm assuming the hotels that are open, you know, they're doing other things with them, but I'm saying like, if we did something outside, then, you know what I mean? That automatically would, you know what I'm saying, would automatically make people feel safe about, you know, being close up to one another in, you know, in a closed section. Because if we did something inside, we'd have to actually be thinking about testing people and making sure they're tested and I'm not doing none of that, okay? I'm not doing none of that. So, you know what I'm saying? So we automatically got to plan something with COVID rules and how it's less cost and COVID rules.
The thing that I like about it being outside is, and then what you were kind of talking about before is that you could kind of set up like you have more space outside, so you could set up tables, and that could really be a good opportunity to amplify and uplift people who are doing sex work, because you could come and talk about what you're offering and kind of give people space to talk about it. And I really love that aspect of it, because I feel like that's such an important aspect of what we're talking about that is overlooked often.
Right. And we need to show more love to sex workers. We in our own right are sex workers as well, because we talk about sex. We talk about controversial issues that the typical person is probably, a conservative person, I would say, in Washington is probably not talking about particularly, just to narrow it down. I'm Samoan too. My Samoan community does not talk as openly as this. Let me tell you, there's lots of people that don't like me. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna, you know how to watch this. But like I said, I think what we have to offer the world is honesty and just transparency like no other. So I'm down for it, ladies, whatever we can do. And the best thing about collaborating is that you do keep your costs low, because if you're working with a hotel, they're sponsoring it, then no one's really paying for it. You feel me? Unless someone wants to get them a private room. And then if you got all these vendors that are coming in doing their part, as well as Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana with what we can offer, everybody eats at the end of the day. So I'm all about big production like that.
Yeah,
I know you guys are too, though.
Yeah. Right now, let me tell you something. I don't understand anybody. First and foremost, and let's just lay a foundation of, I don't understand anybody that's trying to make it seem like sex work is not part of, like it's some kind of deviant part of life. It's part of life. You know what I'm saying? That's how all of us got here. You know what I'm saying? We all have sex. You know what I'm saying? That's how all of us got here. You know what I'm saying? So that's first and foremost. And in 2021, when we live in COVIDville, because all of us live in COVIDville now, you know what I'm saying? No matter what state, country, it's COVIDville. So based on that, and based on 2021, to have, certain, stick in the ass thoughts about sex is ridiculous. Case in point, one subject. I'm not sure if all of you are aware, but I posted it on our Twitter and IG page, because right now they're one of the topics in roaming around social media is that they are in this day and time in Jamaica and amongst Jamaicans, there's this law called the buggery law, and it's basically outlaws being a lesbian or gay person. And
Fuck that.
Outlaws, like it's against the law. So, and this law still exists to this day. And Jamaican gay people and LGBT community can't really live it safely in Jamaica based on wanting to fuck whoever the fuck they want to fuck. And right, and even in between a heterosexual couple, it's still seen as wrong to eat pussy or suck dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's they got a whole police officer that they want to, I think they want to fire or get rid of because he got caught eating pussy in the back of the police car. Like, and apparently he
they like pussy. To enjoy
real good pussy. I mean, I've heard many great ratings about his pussy eating skills. So I'm trying to understand how in 2021 this is happening. So,
So Jamaica likes to operate at 53% of enjoying their sexual lives.
I'm saying that in 2021, while we all live in COVIDville, there's still someone sitting around judging and shunning the fact that a woman might want her pussy licked. I
can't. We have bigger fish to fry, honey. People over there making the rules.
It's so
y'all are prohibiting yourselves.
It's also kind of like Western culture too. I don't understand how we like have like this ultra violence in our movies and TV shows and video games and all this stuff, and we can like see that all day long. But you like talk about pussy licking, and it's got to have explicit content.
Shot to shit. It's all shot to shit.
And it's like,
or God forbid you should show a nipple.
Yeah,
God forbid you should show. Yeah.
Like, decapitate motherfuckers on nightly news, and that's cool. But like, you say pussy licking, and it's getting bleeped. I don't understand.
Well, that's why they have that whole free the nipple movement, because people was bugging out about nipples if they wasn't on a male.
And even with that. Mm-hmm. The main issue with that was that when women would be breastfeeding, like I never breastfeeded any of my children, but at the same time, I don't knock a bitch for pulling out her titty and putting it in a child's mouth. How the fuck am I upset because she pulled out her titty to feed the child that she brought in the world?
Yeah.
Who the fuck am I to be tight with her for that? Right. Bitch, boo.
People are too worried about other people's sexual preferences and their sexual activities. We were even talking about this, Kai, how motherfuckers is complaining in an apartment setting or multifamily living over loud sex. And so it was unanimous that the person who does the complaining needs to go get some rather than
go get some and stop talking shit about somebody getting some. Like, why is that your business? Why is that your business?
Because it's not.
You should, if anything, you should be like, damn.
Yeah.
I wish I was getting some.
Go get some. There's plenty of apps.
You know what I'm saying?
Some.
You got
there's something for everybody, boo.
That this bitch upstairs is getting the dog fuck out of her, and it's making me mad because it's not happening to me. Word.
And if it bothers you that much, I mean, like, do something else that doesn't have anything to do with sex. If sex irritates you that much.
Yeah, turn your music on or your TV on and let it go. Because if they were fighting, if they were arguing, it would be like everybody would turn the other ear.
Exactly. And you know what? And coming full circle as to our book, A Valentine for My Body, I think this is a good reminder that when one loves him or herself, themselves, they're not worried about shit like that. That doesn't matter. That does not have anything to do with you. It could be anything. It could be people just making noise outside. I feel like the more I'm taken care of in that realm, self-love, and plus getting my orgasms, I'm not worried about shit that doesn't have to do with me.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because the name of the game is survival in COVIDville. Okay? COVIDville tells you all day that there's something out there trying to dun you off. If it's not depression, it's paranoia. If it's not paranoia, it's just fucking just being an
Scared.
asshole
Yeah, you're right.
about shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on. We have to fucking live different. And being someone that talks about sex, you got to talk about every level of sex. And it's crazy to know that in 2021 COVIDville, somebody is judging somebody because as soon, I mean, no, you mad because you see people doing what they want to do with their one life that they get. How is that? And you don't pay for their life. You don't got nothing to do with their life. They're not inviting you into their life, but you're judging. You're judging. You know what I'm saying? Even at the what you call it, the thing that we bumped into in New York, the protests. One of the things that homegirl said, yeah, you use the same mouth to condemn what I do, but at the same time, that mouth is all over me, paying me to get that nut that you need. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on now, treat me like how you treat everybody else, because I am everybody else. I am a person that I am providing a service, and you need to pay me, and I need to be taken care of like everybody else.
Respected.
Healthcare like everybody else. That's a fucking job. Even when you're not getting paid for it, there's some form of goods and services even in a relationship. Let's keep it fucking real. There's some form of goods and services being crossed over, and one of the goods and services is dick and pussy, or you know what I mean? Oh, say word. See, okay, here we go. Now, fucking, we gonna remember this shit right here, and then what we gonna do is in 10 minutes when this video stops, I'm gonna send another link to your emails, and we just gonna start all over again, because fucking Zoom with this this half an hour shit for real is dead ass on this half an hour shit.
They're hating on us. We spitting too much truth right now.
They dead ass be on.
Fuck y'all, we're just gonna plug in again.
You know what I'm saying? But hell yeah, all I gotta do is start another meeting and just send you the invites. That's all it is.
Yes, queen.
But yeah. So, and the fact is that one of the things I want to bring up is that this book is not only a celebration of bodies, a celebration of art, a celebration of things coming together, but it also speaks to where we're supposed to be as a whole with ourselves. We're supposed to love ourselves, endure, keep going in order to make sure that we make it after this shit. Because one thing I'm not in the belief of is that we not gonna make it after this shit. We gonna make it after this shit, and there's gotta be ingredients in the pot for us to keep going. And one of those ingredients is always affirmations, telling yourself that good things are happening to you and happening for you. And any, you know what I'm saying, any, you know what I'm saying, errors in your ways, or any, you know what I'm saying, mistakes, anything that happens in a negative way is a lesson. You know what I mean? And all of that you got to use that to keep combining, keep stirring that motherfucking pot to keep going. And so if we were to actually do something live, like honestly, I think that would be the best way, like on some summer shit, just plan some shit for like, July, August, whatever, something, in the summer, and just plan it for something where people could actually see that. Because by that time, you know what I mean? First of all, New York City don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you right now. So as far as being able to hold something in a space like that, and just, being able to do it at a low cost and be successful is definitely a possibility, especially when a lot of people are looking forward to doing something. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are looking forward to where as soon as it get hot, shoot. First of all, next week, like starting Tuesday through Thursday, it's going to be somewhere in the 60s out here. It's going to be motherfuckers naked in these streets. So trust me, people are looking and anxiously looking for events to be at live. So that would be phenomenal, and I think it would be successful for us. Seriously.
Awesome. Hey, I agree with that, man. Fucking there's so much life there, and I think we bring so much life ourselves. I know that this is going to be perpetual success. I have a question. Leah, forgot to ask Leah what she does. What is she rehearsing for?
Oh, so she's doing a poetry event all of Women's History Month. They're with
all
women poets. And I think they were supposed to tour last year, but then COVID happened. And so they're doing it this year virtually. But it's like a all Women's History Month.
That's so fucking dope.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. Does she sing?
She's kind of like I don't know. She's not in a band or anything, but yeah, she can sing. She's kind of
okay.
Like
okay, this is what I'm saying too. If we're doing this poetry reading thing, we should have live music from independent artists, right?
Yes.
If we can bring only indies. We don't give a fuck about anybody who's in the limelight right now.
Yes.
And then we can take it upon ourselves to perform, because I want to perform a song. I'm going all out. I'm showing the world everything I got. And Kai can spit. And she could do her thing too. You could do your thing too. I know you like to sing, Alicia. Don't lie to me now.
I have a friend.
She's putting everybody on the spot.
I don't see you as a rapper type, but you can sing, girl.
Got something to do.
She lives in Bushwick, and her stage name is Rec Mills, and she is awesome. And I was like already thinking like, oh, it'd be really cool to have Ruthie perform. So
got it.
It would be super cool. I love New York too. I lived in Bushwick for like almost 4 years, and I was already thinking like it would be cool to do in Maria Hernandez Park, but we could do it anywhere. It would be amazing.
Hey, y'all motherfuckers know where the things are. Just let us know. We'll plug it in. I'll bring some talent from Seattle too. We got some bomb ass talent. Hey, y'all want to go perform in New York? Let's roll.
Shit.
Feel me? I'm serious. I'm dead ass serious. And I'm always about things that have multi meanings behind it. And one thing I love working with my girl Kai is that we're so opposite. But when it comes to matters that matter the most, we tend to agree. But we also disagree on a lot of things. I like that.
I mean, shit, that's what makes the good part of the show, actually. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real. You know what
and
I
with
mean?
you,
Hell
Alicia,
yeah.
I think you're amazing. I think you bring a great aspect to it.
And you're a fucking amazing photographer, girl. I'm just telling you, your fucking pictures are dope.
I love working with you. I love working with you.
I really
You are dope.
love the possibility of like uplifting sex workers' work and voices in this. Like I think that there's like so much like elevation that can come from all of our consciousness together if that's like put in the forefront.
Yes, indeed. So there's a girl, her name is Giselle Marie. If we could reach out to her, actually, we heard her speak, Kai. She was one of the sex workers there. She's that cute little baddie that's pretty much, she leads a lot of the movement when it comes to the fighting for the rights of sex workers. She's even called out a lot of people who have been manipulating the funds that they was getting in their organization. Like, she's about it. She's really about her shit. So let's look her up. She in New York.
What's her name again? Giselle Marie?
Giselle Marie, yeah. She's been in a lot of music videos. She a vixen for show. But she talked about she was homeless, and she goes, I shouldn't be homeless right now. I was like, no, you shouldn't. Shit.
But wait a minute, you talking about, I think I know who you talking about.
Yeah, that beautiful queen. Yes. Yeah. And I could just see the fire in her eyes. She lost a very dear friend to violence. Someone killed her one of her best friends, and they killed her in the worst disrespectful way, and no one gave a fuck because she's a sex worker. So let's share her story. I think she would love what we were doing too, and if not, shit, there's someone else that will. You feel me? But I think us tying into that pool would make all the sense in the world, because we're not in that pool, but we respect it. You feel me?
I probably got to agree.
There's so much change that needs to happen there, and I think you guys are right about saying like that. It's not talked about, but it's definitely like these politicians who are legislating rules that are affecting like people daily are frequenting, are going and getting this work, and are enjoying these women's bodies, but they're legislating against them. And so I think like to elevate their voices, like, well, because the silence is what's keeping this, the silence on the conservative end is what's keeping this like chaotic and like
untreated.
Yeah, and harmful.
All right. Now we're going to get back to sharing the screen, because, of course, last time it was not on the recording. It is not on the recording that, yes, Motherhood Sex Marijuana has merch. You must buy, you must buy, you must buy. Go buy, please. Because we are selling not only for us, but to donate to people. And yes, every now and then we give discounts. So must go, you must go. All right, stop share. And now we are going to turn to, Miss Alicia Diamond. Yes, she's going to read her poem from A Valentine to My Body.
Get it. You can check out this amazing photography that Ruby did.
Thank you.
Ruby did all the photos of me, and they are incredible. And I don't like my picture taken normally, and Ruby saw me, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
So okay. So this one's called Great Mystery. This little light of mine, through tears in the dark, holding on to all 206 of my bones, as small as I can make them. Clenching my teeth in a black dress handed down to me from my sister. Earth all around, despite my whimpers or sounds, I pray to a God I can't name, but today sing to Takashala. I am the great mystery. Each pair of eyes, seen and unseen, continue on seeing. The universe itself and the unfolding. The living and dying by fire and prayers, love and songs, passed down to us from the ones who could see before us.
Yes. Click, 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 click. Yes. One of the reasons why you must go to motherhoodsexmarijuana.com and purchase your copy. One click, that download copy. Yes. And yes, look out for events coming up involving the book. Yes. Now, next up is the
next up is Kai. Next up is Kai.
No. We're going to do this next up the way I fucking say it. Don't play with me. Okay, we're going to set it up the way I do it.
Wait. Hey, you put Alicia on blast.
Next up is the girl, Ruby Doll is going to take her puff and she's going to turn on her courage. She's going to turn on the courage and get this going. Okay, stop playing with me. All
right, I'll go. Hold up. Let me get my thing on. All right, so in the poem, in the thing, I felt like I wrote one poem, but then it's like just different ways I felt about myself in different times in my life. So I just time traveled a little bit. Now, there was a time that I hated myself because I had a verbal abuser in my life that told me otherwise. I had many of them. So now that all that noise is cut and I'm just talking to myself, this is one of the poems that I celebrate to myself. Hold on, I need to take a breather because I was laughing a little too hard over here. All right.
Hold up a second. Hold up a second.
Yeah. Alicia, what up? What's your day like?
I was on mute, sorry. I only had this planned. I'm so excited to be here.
This is an awesome pod. I'm so excited, and I'm so excited for what's to come of the book. A Valentine for my body, y'all. Peep it out. Get it on motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. Yeah. Have you what have you been up to with the photography?
I've still been shooting. I had so much fun the day that we shot. I think that was like, it had been so long since I had just like got to have fun, and we were like experimenting because we had like brought all the, like we brought crystals and flowers and like the different things to change the water and like the lights, and like we just experimented, and it was so much fun to take the photos because it was just play.
It was good energy. I'll never forget it. And shout out to Ziana and Zoe, who was there doing our makeups and stuff and making sure that we was good. They did their thing. What's up, Queen?
Yeah, man. Shit. Okay, so is it my turn now? Apparently, Lord, or did you go already?
Oh, I haven't gone yet.
Oh, thank God.
You can go.
Because I didn't want to miss it. Yeah. I didn't want to miss it.
Okay. This is poem entitled Number 2. Am I selfish to crave all your cream for myself? Perhaps instead, I'll take a vial of you for days I miss you most and cannot taste. I long to swallow every drip that seeps down your lips. Agave kisses collecting to your bottom like dewdrops in my burdock root tea. I may sound thirsty. Am I? Delusional to believe that I could satisfy your every carnal thought, even ones we've never mentioned? Or am I ambitious to please the queen I worship more than their white Jesus?
Woo!
Woo! I love that one.
Shit.
Yes, I remember when you read that to me, and I was sitting on the floor, the burdock root tea, I was like, oh, my heart. I loved it.
I mean, yo, I'm telling you, see, and that again is the reason why I believe this the live event would be awesome, because motherfuckers would be like, oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna need a minute at the porta potty. I'm gonna go in the porta potty real quick. I'm gonna just close my nose and do that. I'm just saying.
Right. Speaking of which, we'd love to hear you spit yours. Shit.
God damn it. Damn it.
Yes, Queen.
Apparently, my turn. God damn it. This is fuck shit. All right. Cool. I'm tripping.
We're so excited. Let me put myself on mute.
But yes. All right. So let's get to my part. So my poem is called Queen Tings. And basically I was just trying to, you know what I'm saying, just be on some royal shit. Just, you know what I mean? Like Cardi said, I be feeling so powerful. You know what I mean? So fuck shit like that. You know what I mean? So here we go. Let me get my weed courage on. You know, weed courage. Queen Tings. Chocolate covered skin with roads deep within, leading to paradise. Thick thighs, tied to a, tied to a wet surprise. It's nice if you can get a slice. My womb is a creation that built a nation with a foundation of self-preservation. Royalty is in my blood that will never unfold. That's how the story has been told. That's how the story been told. My mind paints stories for me to see. Images come through, creating pageantry. I tie them together. I make up a song that'll have you shaking your ass all night long. Queen Tings, brown skin, wordsmith, big smiles, sweet curves, and always lighting a spliff.
Yeah, that shit. Get it.
Yeah. Yes, because I have a tendency to fucking stutter and shit. So sometimes I don't like to hear myself read out loud. It's the fuckery.
Beautiful to me and
It's the
Alicia and
fuckery.
everyone else.
It's the fuckery. But yes, honestly, and then the whole thing of just, adding that aspect of, writing a piece of the poem on your body, that's, you know what I mean? That's going to be good. Like, you know what I mean?
Like
That's
that.
going to be so fucking fire. Like, you know
like
what I mean? And that's something, and again, to do something like that, we got to be outside where, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are not going to be nervous about being around people. We're in the open, in a free section of the fucking park. That, you know what I mean? We could fucking pick a section of the park. Ain't gonna be like we gotta pay for that shit either. The fuck? Pay for what? Pay who? COVID, get the fuck.
Well, some there's certain permits that we have to get with gatherings and shit like that. We have to be mindful of that. But like, let's say we had like a ballroom, right? That somebody had donated, because it's very possible. And as long as we stay 6 feet the fuck away from each other and everyone has a mask on, we should be able to meet, because they're doing it in comedy halls and they're doing it in other venues. So it's just about getting the right permits so that we don't have the feds fucking our good time up. And then, just doing that. I think it's very possible. It just takes a group effort.
I like the idea of setting up stations too, like having like a place for people to sit, and it'd be like a few people, and then you go 6 feet or further away, and then there's another place for more people to sit.
Yeah.
And you have like small groups.
Yeah, I mean, because even like that special, like for example, the special that Dave Chappelle did. When he did it was all outside, and everybody it was like the couples, it was like two people sitting next to each other. So obviously it was the two people sitting next to each other is people that know each other, and everybody is spaced apart, and everybody outside, everybody wearing masks, you know what I mean? And it's like, and yeah, we get, and it's like you said, as long as we get permits, that would be the cost would be just getting a permit to do something like that. But the fact that it's outside, and the fact that we have like a few participants, we know each other, so we comfortable with writing a piece of our poetry on our bodies, you know what I'm saying? So it would be all part of the show, and I really feel that would be successful, because for the main reason is that people are hungry to go see something, be somewhere, and be involved in something. Never mind the fact that this is a beautiful, beautiful project. I already said that all of us as participants in the project definitely need a physical copy of the book. You know what I'm saying? That would be awesome too, if you know what I'm saying, we all had a physical copy of the book, or you know what I'm saying, to at least show to people, if not even to have a couple copies to maybe sell it, but even if that was to go too far, but just to at least have the physical copy of the book to like see, for that people to see through, and just like, you know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? We could just have it like a station where people could just like peruse the book. You know what I mean? Of course, have like a what do you call it? One of those hand sanitizer station next to it. Like, no, hand sanitize your hands before you touch our shit. And then, you know what I'm saying, flip through it if you want. And you know what I'm saying? And that'd be all part of the paid experience that they get. You know what I mean? Something like that.
And I like that each station could kind of work on a poem together and get photographs. And then that would be like at the end of it, the next book. Like they could be a part of the next book.
Right.
And then people could buy that one too. Because I think like when you have each station, you're making a poem. And then I think, especially if we're having somebody come and speak to us about sex work too, it would be cool to have money go to that.
Beautiful.
Word.
So I have a question.
Which would bring the idea of that homegirl, if we get in contact with her, she would be able to put us in contact with whatever, you know,
everybody,
you know, whatever is, you know, if, you know, whatever she connected to in order to donate to her.
Yeah, I would love that. I have a question for y'all. So with regards to consumer, right? I'm a consumer who wants to get the book in a paperback or hardback form. If I were to go to an online service and do that, is there like a risk of like a pixelation thing or what?
You have to have like well, and it depends on the kind of book that you want to make, like the sizes. And so the sizing of the book is going to be important in like, you know, if it's big, we're gonna have to, like, some of the photos, like the ones that were taken with high resolution cameras, those will print big. But the ones that were taken with cell phones and things like that, and those should be included, but they have to be smaller because they stretch. And so we'll have to like, so you have to print. So when you make the design for it, you kind of design for how you want to print it. And so the, how big you want to do it, we could do like, kind of on just like some like a pamphlet type of paper, not pamphlet, but like not like a necessarily book, but like more like magazine type of feel to it. Okay. We could do like a more magazine feel to it that has like, you know, thinner paper, things like that.
Because that would be cheaper.
It would be, and it would be like more easily accessible to make the next one. You know, if you make them, if you're making volumes of them, then it would make sense to have thinner, like, you know, more magazine style, like zine style.
Or if I wanted a hardback per se, I wouldn't necessarily have like a standard, I don't know, 8x11 or whatever. I'd want it like small. I don't know what the dimensions are, but like maybe like a small, like journal size where, you know, maybe I could get away with that, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not so stretched or whatever. I'm just trying to think like, how do I get away with providing hard copies for those?
Well, it would be cool to make this project for like a certain number or like a few different things and make a hardcover of everything at the end, because then you can like really like have like it be more like time spent on it. Like we kind of made this one in like a weekend, you know? And so I feel like if we did like a hardcover book, it would be really fun to include like all the things that we make with it. Because if we do a few events with it, and that's why I think it'd be really cool to partner with like somebody who would say, we have a few places in a few different places, do this event here, here, and here. And then at the end you have so much work, and you can make a book with it, like that takes a lot of time. And then that could be sold like in a hardcover in a store even.
Now
that talking about.
Now that is tricky. That is a good idea, because right now, based on what we have, the volume is not big enough for a hardcover. It would, like you said, it would have to be smaller and more compact, and therefore, you know what I'm saying, people, you know what I'm saying, people might not be drawn to that. But if we made it, if we, you know what I'm saying, had a few, like 3 events, like you said, and just put it all together at the end, that would make a nice chunky hardcover beautiful piece that could be sold at a nice actual price based on all the work that we put into it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? A
Yeah, we'd
nice,
have to up the
you know what I'm
price.
saying? A nice price where all of us could, you know what I'm saying, could, you know what I'm saying, split the dividends and still make good money because
Right.
it's a big, it's an actual put together project. You know what I'm saying? Now, for now, like I said, that's why I was saying like it, but like I said, for now, if we had the for those three events, we just had like the magazine style of the book now. That would get people an idea, a physical idea of what, you know what I'm saying, of
And
what
then,
they could be a part of at the whole end. You
and
know
at
what I'm
the whole
saying?
end, it would be everybody. That's what I think is so like beautiful about it, is that it would be poems and photos from everybody.
Exactly. And you know what I'm saying? So therefore, you know what I mean? Like, so for the events, it would make sense to keep the magazine, the magazine style, just to give people a glimpse of what it's going to look like in the end.
Yeah. I think that would be really, especially if we sold it in a book, because I think it's possible to get these things like in books that are published too, but that I think would be hard to state. This is what I love about it being like the person who has the book is the person who makes the money, is because what I think about publishing is then you have to like split all the differences. And I like that these other people are being supported through the work. And so I think to stay true to that, I don't know if I'd want to publish it. I like self-publishing it.
Oh no, it would need to be self-published. It would need to be self-published where, you know what I'm saying, where we would control the profits and we would control how everything goes in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And and the only person we would be, you know, adding a cost in would be, you know, the actual printer of the book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be the only person we would need to be, you know what I mean? The person that we paying to print.
And I would love to get it done like at a person who makes books. Like, I think that like, cause then you're giving that like kind of co-creation to somebody who makes books.
That'd be
right.
good
That would be
yeah.
something we have to research though to find like
there's somebody here in Seattle that's like a store that had like she makes books.
Dude, you should not. Let's ask her. Where's she at? Where's she at?
In Pioneer Square. Yeah.
What's the name of her company?
Well, it was her husband's company, and he recently passed away. But he like it's like this specific kind of bookmaking that like she learned and apprenticed from him for like years and years, and she's taken over the store.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just love to talk to her too. Like,
yeah,
we make that happen.
Oh hell yeah! So you know what I mean. So yeah, that could be this should just be the foundation of those things to come. You know what I mean? And we could just and like you said, we could hold all three events here in New York City, or we could hold one in New York, one in Seattle. But either way, it would definitely have to be something like.
I want to do one in Denver with Carrie. I want to do one in Chicago and then California.
Let's do it.
It would be so fun.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Like I'd love to go to New Orleans and Atlanta. Like I would love like let's go. Detroit. Yes. And Shock Rubs is in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Shout out to Shock Rubs. I love y'all.
Let's go to Detroit too. Yes.
Hey, I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the emails going to see who wants to be involved and serious inquiries only. At the end of the day, serious inquiries only. You want to be involved. You're watching this and you want to be involved. Serious inquiries only. You know our website, motherhoodsexmarijuana.com. That's how you hit us up. Our email and all of that is on there. You can contact us directly through the website, or you can send us an email. Shit, either fucking way. But yes, this is what we want to do with this, and this will definitely develop right into what the bigger picture is, which is making this a actual table book, one of those photography table books that has all this substance in it. Word. You know what I mean? But yeah, we did good. We did good. We did good.
Yes, we did. We
You know what
I
I'm
see there's
saying?
time remaining and stuff. So we got
Wow.
on timing.
Oh hell yeah! As far as timing, we got 9 minutes and 25 seconds to go, and I feel we can end it right here because at the end of
But
the day,
hold up. I have a couple of questions of y'all.
okay, cool.
Do you have a song that you like to suck dick to?
Song that I like to suck dick to, girl. Oh,
Yeah.
And what is it? What is it? Please share it.
shit! I can't. Now I gotta ask myself, like, when I'm sucking dick, am I listening to music? Do I really care about the background? No. I'm just. I'm like,
Or
wait
just
a
head
minute.
period. What song is it, Alicia?
Originally, like, it was anything by the White Stripes, and I was like, I don't know. If I was like, yes. I was like, put it. Yes, I felt it.
Oh shit, that's a ticket, y'all. Just kidding. No. For me, it would be anything by Sir, Masejo, or Tweet. And I'm sucking and I'm chomping on that and sucking, not chomping, but sucking on that thing like,
Wow.
like I have no teeth. I'm that's not really how I do it, but you know, imagination.
No, I'm just saying you gotta surprise them though. I mean, that's one thing I could say I absolutely have been trying to do on my end, trying to surprise people. But I think at the same time, while I surprise him, you know, I know in the back of his head, because he is that kind of man that's probably thinking, wait a minute, where's she getting all these new skills from? Where's she been? What is going on with her? Was she practicing? I was like, I don't want to ask. I don't want to be that asshole. Like, but in my head, I'm kind of concerned. Is who is teaching her to suck dick in a better way? No, she's getting better. I don't like it. I like it, but I don't like it. I like it a lot, but I don't like it. I want to investigate, but I'm concerned. I might not be that concerned. But I'm a little concerned. Just saying.
That's what's up. I think anything for the Chocolate Factory will do it for your ass.
Again, nobody, just because R. Kelly like to choke bitches out and have threesomes and fivesums and bitches in cages and whatever he did allegedly, because I gotta make sure say allegedly, we ain't getting sued. Whatever, don't mean he didn't make good music. And Chocolate Factory is my very favorite album. And you put on any one of them songs, I'm going to shoot. Things might just disappear. Shirt disappears. Dog goes somewhere. I don't know. Why you got a bra on? You know, questions like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even need this. Like, the fuck?
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, for real. Like, I'm just saying that's how it is around here. People don't understand it. People still get mad at it, and to each his own. Have your way, but which goes back to our original subject. People still to this day have the nerve to have a fucking opinion about what people are doing in people's bedrooms, and people have the nerve to have an opinion because people click like on a picture of a man dressed like a woman and the man looks really fucking good as a woman. You got a whole opinion about it, and in 2021 COVIDville, let it go. Like, mind your business. Hashtag mind your motherfucking
business. And buy some merch for Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana. That's what you can do if you can't mind your business.
And that too. And subscribe and like and share and comment and tell a friend to tell a friend and tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? But shit, you know, that's the fuckery. You know what I mean? Stop having a other opinion about yourself. One of the main things that Valentine to my body is speaking out loud is that you are supposed to be concentrating on self, the beautification of self, the upliftment of self, the elevation of self.
So worry about what yourself is doing.
Love your body. Don't, you know, don't run out to go get fake titties to please somebody else. If you're getting fake titties because you want fake titties for yourself, then get them because you want them for yourself, not because you think fake titties is going to take you somewhere in life. You know what I'm saying? Love the rolls. I mean, one of the things I love to say is that my pum pum has an awning. That's why there's a roll on top of it, because it has an awning. Good pum pum always have awnings. I'm just, so, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm glad you brought that.
I like to eat. Was good. So
real quick,
love yourself, be concentrating about you, and don't worry about other motherfuckers that ain't got nothing to do with your evolvement and movement continuously. If they not about your movement, get the fuck out of here.
Right. This queen helped me to really understand that fully, because I had considered plastic surgery for myself. And now it's like, no, fuck that shit, Rue. If you want some type of shit, work for it. And if you don't want it, then enjoy what it is and love every piece of it. And so that's what I really think that's important. Real quick story. I remember scheduling people having weight loss surgeries, considering getting it myself, but then seeing how they would get a band put over their stomach. Months later, they were fat again, because this right here did not change. It didn't matter what happened surgically, this right here needed to change. And so that was a great lesson for me. And sorry about this rant, but I just felt like we should address that as well. Alicia, do you have anything to share about that?
Sorry, someone, yes, no. The mindset that like you deserve to feel good in your body and you deserve to nourish yourself and not give a fuck how anybody else like talks to you. You're gonna talk to yourself good, like that sort of thing. Like that is the biggest, like, I think, paradigm shift in seeing that this is how we see the world differently.
Heard up.
Man, listen, because again, COVIDville, we all live in COVIDville. Rich or poor, we all live in COVIDville. And COVIDville is trying to say, be depressed, be by yourself, don't care about yourself. Oh, and if you don't like your body, go to a doctor and do this and do that, and always be concerned, and social media this, social media that. No. Self-love, self-care, always upliftment, always up, always striving for best, always. And this project is all about women, especially striving and loving themselves and being better and looking better and always doing better. So on that note, because it's less than a minute, it says motherhood, sex, and motherhood, sex, marijuana, and the motherfucking bills.
A Valentine for my body, Alicia Diamond.
Yes.